Welcome back, hippie friends. Chrissy here, bringing you the vibe. The message is already very, it feels like it's rooted in fearlessness. So this morning when I first woke up, the first thing that popped in my head was break the fourth wall, like breaking through the fourth wall. And the image that I got, remember in Saved by the Bell? When like you'd be watching the show and then all of a sudden Zach Morris would look at the camera and go time out, and now he was like talking to the audience and you were like right, he broke the fourth wall. So I heard that when I woke up and that was what followed, and I'm like, what am I doing with this now? And then I realized it was like a message of how he's able to, and this is all metaphoric because Zach Morris is not a real person, but his character was like so fearless, so determined, like he didn't care. He broke the fourth wall because he knew that he had the power to control that reality. He had the power to go time out and everybody froze. So obviously this is metaphoric, but it's like about being brave enough and courageous enough to break the fourth wall, to literally control your reality, to not just be like this bystander where you're just in your life and you're watching things unfold, the same situations, the same, like it's very Groundhog's Day, very deja vu, and you're just like, okay, that's fine, but maybe it's not fine. And maybe you have to go, wait, everybody stop, time out, hold on. And you have to be brave enough to face like that uncomfortable reality. You have to be brave enough to go, halt. I'm not okay with this. I'm not going to keep going down this path. And it's just like, it just feels very much about being fearless, about being brave, finding your courage, and breaking through like a wall or even like a glass ceiling, breaking through something that you think you can't break through, but you can because you're the creator of your own reality. We haven't even picked up a deck yet. That's what's coming in. Because of this message, I'm feeling drawn to like the witchy deck, because it's very much like being in your own magic, being in your own power, right? Controlling your reality, remembering who you are and that you can do that. You're not, that your life is not just like a sitcom that you just watch and you're just like, oh, lovely, what's today's episode? Like, no, you control it. You're the star. You're Zach Morris. Like, you're the star. You can control the episode. You can control the episode. Whoo! Emotions. Yeah. You're not, I'm hearing like you're not bound. You're not bound by the emotions anymore. So it feels like, I want to pull another. It feels like you used to almost be on this, I hear like runaway train, and I'm hearing the train, where your emotions would just kind of take you, and you didn't even know they were your own emotions, and it was your own train. You didn't necessarily know where you were going. It was like you were on this wild ride, this runaway train, this, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Thank you, Spirit. Do you remember that? But you were on, and you would just be like, okay, but you're not anymore. Like you went from the caboose, like, I was going to say pilot. That's not right. Who drives the trains? What's the word? Engineer? I don't think that's right. But like you're in control now. You're realizing that you are not just an audience member watching the sitcom of your life. You are actually the star that can control the episode. So the emotions now, it's not that you're numb. You have not turned off your emotions. I mean, why would you want to? Like, you're having a human experience. That's half the reason you're here. But like, you're feeling the emotions, but you're not just, hanging on to the caboose of the train of the emotions anymore. You're like, wait, hold on. This is what I'm feeling. This is the wisdom that I have from like lessons learned, along the way. So let's pair it and let's take control. Let's get brave. Let's get courageous. Let's take control of this episode. I'm the star here. So let's take the emotions that I'm feeling paired with what's going on around me and see how I can go, hold up, time out, wait. And where can I start to control the momentum of my own life, my own existence in this very moment, in this very day, right? Are you kidding? Breaking into bloom. Notice the word breaking. It's that breaking through the barrier, the fourth wall, the glass ceiling, whatever you think that's holding you back. You think you don't have control in this area. You're like, oh, well, what am I going to do? That's fine. What am I going to do? No, you have more control than you think. You might just have to tap in to like a new level of bravery, a new level of beliefs. Like if you feel like I'm not a star of that. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You control more about your day than you realize by staying in control of the emotions. When you stay in control of the emotions, you stay in control of the reality because you're no longer just like, woo, like being taken on Mr. Toad's wild ride of fear and shame and guilt and nerves and stress and what ifs and, now you're in control. You feel those things. You're like, oh, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit worried. But you're not just being taken. You're very in control. You're doing the Zach Morris, like, hey, this is my episode and I'm going to dictate it. And you're breaking through. Break into bloom. It's a breakthrough. Wow. This is exciting. Just as I started to feel the release. Because it's exciting. It started out a little intense, but it's changing. It's getting fun. It's getting silly. Learn to laugh. Learn to laugh at your pain. You want to really wear your tiara? Really wear that crown, kings and queens, who's ever watching? Man, oh man. You not only control those emotions, but then you learn to flip them and go, okay, this sucks, but I can see the humor in it. That's kind of funny. And you start laughing. You start laughing at your pain. You start laughing at the harder emotions that used to sweep you up. They're not sweeping you up anymore. You're not giving your power away to them anymore. You're like, okay, I feel that feel. I feel that low vibe feel, but I'm not throwing anchor there. In fact, I'm going to find a way to make this funny. You're taking your power back. You're breaking through. Like you're realizing that you are not powerless in your day. You're not powerless in your life. You are not just a bystander, an audience member, a cast member extra. You are no extra. You're Zach Morris, man. You're the star. And you have control over how this works out. But in order to control the outcome and how this works out, you have to start controlling those emotions. Doesn't mean ignore them. Doesn't mean you don't have any. It just means you're learning how to navigate through them in a grounded way, in a way where you can see some humor and some lightness in a mess that doesn't always feel light right away. You know what I mean? That's the breakthrough. That's the breakthrough. That's you getting off the wild train. And wow. I'm hearing be brave enough to take control of the episode. That's it. You are the main star. So be brave enough to take control of the episode. Wow. Spirit is so cool. And so are you. I love you. You're amazing. Thank you for vibing here. And let's get this up and see who it's for.